Me. Me.
What part of Switzerland?
Never been in Switzerland. Who's been in Switzerland, actually? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, Jennifer was in Switzerland. Where you been?
We just lived in Chamonix, France, for the last 7 months. So we would fly in and out of Geneva. We would go to Verbier a lot, because that's really close. We were right close to the Swiss border.
Yes. Okay. Beautiful. So yeah. Okay. So you're half Swiss.
Half Swiss.
Beautiful.
We got Karen Orlowski tuning in from Georgia. Hey, hey, hey.
Good. And
All right.
Cassandra, I don't know where Cassandra. And Sony is in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like people are still joining in. I think while we wait for some more people, I'm going to just share my screen, tell you some things that are happening this week. Hope you guys don't mind. We'll make Ernesto wait a few more minutes. I just saw Maritza. So glad Maritza's on also. Let's see if I can do this. You know, Facebook is the key to a lot of things. All right, so we have our own team page, Team Transformers, and that's where we are streaming live. So like Nalani said, Kathy's watching on there. Welcome, Kathy. Here are some events. Look, we're on with Ernesto. Woo-woo, glad you're on here. We have a Zoom Power Hour at 1:30 every Monday through Thursday, thanks to Michelle Howell, who's on here. She's keeping us up with momentum. We have a leader Zoom tonight, making the most of your virtual office. I'll be answering all questions and we're gonna do a workshop style. Tonight is Rachel Smart on the Keep Punching.
All right.
Yeah, and it's like turning lemons into lemonade. And then I think we added an event at the last minute on Voxer with Melissa Hetrick. She's speaking on a women's talk. So if you want to check that out, it's also tonight. So Tuesday night is Tim Blank and James Kaufman, Gardens of the Galaxy at 7 o'clock for partners only. That's to help us to get better and better at Tower Garden. Then we have a firefighter Zoom with Julie Herbst, Karen Orlowski, who's on here, and Steve Corey. And they're going to be talking about health of firefighters and detoxification, things like that. That's going to be awesome. Wendy Campbell's Thursday night, okay, 8 o'clock Eastern. All those things you can invite to. Then Doug has been doing a number of sourdough workshops. This is just a healthier way to have bread, and it also feeds your gut microbiome, and it attracts a lot of people to come into your world. So learn how to do it if you want to do it, and he's doing all those. We have a smoothies and steps challenge in our simple changes group, and we also have the shred in our group. The Cortese team is offering this the Wednesday before conference, a advanced leadership training. So Doug and I signed up for that. We loved it last time. And then our company is doing Thursday all day in Charlotte, starting like at, I forget, 9 a.m. So you want to get there before, like on Wednesday sometime, okay, depending. Catherine Lee is doing this in between retreat, September 8th through 10th. So you guys can check all these things out. And then the level up, I don't know if you guys are participating in that, Ernesto. That's August 12th. That's virtual also. And our company.
Yes, I heard about it. Yeah.
All these awesome people. I mean, what a bargain for $75, and you can have it in your home and invite other team members. And then our conference is October 26th through 28th in Charlotte. So all that information is on our Team Transformers pinned post. All right, guys, just wanted to share all that before we get started so we could have some more people. Good, we have a better number for Ernesto now of people who join.
Sharon.
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead and co-host me real quick, just before we get too deep into this, just in case.
All right. We were blessed to meet Ernesto in Chicago. Well, I actually met Ernesto when I got to go to Germany with Julie. And Ernesto is somebody you just don't forget. He's high energy, he's passionate, he's fun. And I'm just like, oh, Ernesto, I hope you remember me. And whether he did or not, he agreed to come on here. But
I did.
I think he'll do anything for our company, which is awesome. You don't meet that, you know, all the time. And he's somebody that doesn't mind getting in the trenches to really share his heart and his vision and his belief and passion as far as our company and our type of business. He's actually the director of partner relations, and they kind of use this word EMEA, and I don't really know what that stands for, EMEA, but it's a lot of Europe. It's a lot of the countries in Europe, and he'll explain more about that. And he's been with the company for 30 years. He's helped open different countries, including Poland and maybe even Israel. I know you were a part of that. And now Israel just had a 10-year anniversary. Is that right?
Correct. Very
Goodness,
good.
I saw that you were a part of that. I remember when they opened, it's like time flies, but
Yeah.
why wouldn't you want to just be doing this business every day? It's awesome. So
Yeah.
Ernesto is married, has 2 kids, past their teens, you know, and so he's a busy guy, but I saw that he was out hiking over the weekend. So he's in the mission too. I'm going to stop there, and you can explain, you know, more about yourself and what a fun time we had in Chicago, maybe a little bit about our company and your journey, and then we'll have some questions for you. Is that good?
Yes, I love it. And
All right.
thank you very much for inviting me here. I'll do this the European way. Let's maybe first of all clarify EMEA. EMEA stands for Europe, Africa, and Middle East, right? So it's because we don't have people in Africa, but we have people in the Middle East, which is Dubai and also Israel. So that's why we call it EMEA, because those partners are not part of the European business, but part of the EMEA business. So yeah, for the people that don't know me, and I think the majority here don't know me, it is indeed my 30th year. Actually, end of this month, I'm going to celebrate 30 years with the Juice Plus company. I started, maybe you need to understand, I'm half Dutch, half Italian. So my father is from the Netherlands. My mother is from Italy, and I lived in Holland. And after my Navy time, I spent time in the Dutch Navy for 5 years and sailed around the world. And after that, I didn't know what to do with myself. And then I saw an ad in the paper for a new company coming to Amsterdam. And they were looking for call center agents. And I said, you know what, call center agents, I speak 5 languages, why not do that? So I started off as a call center agent, and that's where my journey started. That's where I actually fell in love with this company. At that time, it was still National Safety Associates, NSA, and we were still selling water and air filters. We were just going into the Juice Plus product, and I was part of the first Juice Plus event in Germany, where a cook was on stage and talking about fruits and vegetables. We didn't know what we're having. People were telling us, oh no, another company coming with foods and natural food supplements, and we're not taking any food supplements here in Europe. Well, millions of customers later, we know better, right? So that was where my journey continued. And then I moved from Amsterdam to Switzerland and was the operations manager for Germany, Switzerland, Austria, and France. I did that a while. Then had the opportunity to open up Poland, lived there for 6 years, and built the first NMDs there. That was a very strong personal development for me, because I was only in the operational side. Now I was in charge for everything from A to Z, having my own office, having my people in Poland, speaking a different language, building those positions, doing everything to fuel the business. I did that for 6 years. Then I took over Holland and Belgium, and then they moved me back to Switzerland, and I was the regional director for another 5 years. I was in charge for countries like Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Holland, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Israel, and Poland. I did that for a few years, and now I have the best job ever as the director for partner relations, because I can go to events like Chicago and meet people like Doug and Sharon, and having a great time talking about the mission and the mission of the company, talking about mindset, talking about all the things that are important to me, all the things that are important for our partners, because the only thing that I want to do is serve each and every one of you. That is the most important thing. When I get out of bed, I think about how can I serve the community? How can I serve the people? And it doesn't matter if they're from Virginia or they're from Israel or they're from somewhere else across the globe. I don't care. I have done meetings at 6 o'clock in the morning for Australia, and I have done meetings at 12 o'clock at night for me for the US. So I don't care. This is not a job for me. This is my only option. I've been in this company for 30 years. I'm going to be here for another 15 to 20 years. I am 53 years old. My family founded me in 1970. Jay Martin founded this company in 1970. We are linked together. There is nothing that comes in between me and the company. So this is how I would like to describe who I am and what I do. This is a lot for me. I have no option B. I have no plan B. This is it. This is the only thing I have. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. And the only thing that I want is for you to become successful, because you, each and every one of you, you are the most important part of our company. We do everything in order for you to become successful and sharing the mission and the vision of the company. So this is a little bit of what I've been doing and who I am.
Wow. I hope you guys can write some questions that you have for Ernesto. Love it. Love his energy. You know, when you say that, we're right there with you. There's no place that we want to be. You know, Doug and I have been doing this for 23 years. Every day is exciting because you've always got new people coming into your life, or new people with goals, you know, like somebody who might have gone away for a little while, but they come back, they're like, oh, I've been off track, but now I'm ready to get restarted. So every day is kind of new, you know, and I love that you're in charge of partner relations. So tell us a little bit about what that means. Like you were saying to us that you actually are on phone calls all the time with partners, encouraging them, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think everybody needs encouraged, and who doesn't want you as their cheerleader? So what kinds of conversations are those?
I mean, the conversations are all about, first of all, listening. I mean, my mother always told me, Ernesto, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. And that means that you need to listen more than you talk. I love to talk, yes. But I rather listen first and think, okay, what issues do you have? I mean, there's so many partners out there, and they have so many, and they're in different stages of their business, right? They just started, some of them just in the middle, maybe they are SSC or QNMDs, the others are PMDs or PMD pluses. So what I do, I reach out to a lot of the leaders that we have throughout EMEA and set up a Zoom call, listen to the issues they have, trying to be the interlink between the company and the partners, right? Yes, we do have regional directors in the different regions. Yes, we do have some other people out there, but I try to be, the eyes and ears for our partners, and the other way around, the eyes and ears for the company to listen, okay, how can we bring back and do more together and be more efficient together? And so in a lot of these meetings, when I'm invited in the company, they always say, like, Ernesto, so what is the feeling out there, right? They even call me, the fluffy department. I am part of the fluffy department. Why? Because it's all about feelings. It's all about emotion. It's all about energy. It's all about not like the real numbers. Are you doing like your 6,000 and you're doing like your next position? It's more about how do you feel and what do you feel and what do you need in order to develop more? So I do a lot of mindset calls. I do a lot of inspiration, motivation, talking about the vision and the mission of the company, talking about the culture of the company, talking about the core beliefs and the core values of the company. This is what I do a lot. So I do a lot of one-on-ones, and in the evening, actually almost every evening, I have 1 or 2 Zoom calls with teams where they invite their whole team and they ask some questions, or I can talk about, like this here, like Juice Plus Welcome Home. Why do I use that? Right? Because I want people to feel at home with Juice Plus. Juice Plus for me is a home. It's a home where you can be the best version of you. It's a home where you can be you, where you embrace, where you're supported, where you're loved, right? I think that I call it sometimes the Juice Plus bubble, the Juice Plus love bubble, where we all support each other and we're all loving each other. I think that is what I try to share, my energy, my love for this business, the love for people. And that is actually, in a nutshell, what the director of partner relations does. I think there's only one director of partner relations worldwide. So
I
we
know.
need more.
You're it.
I know.
Damn it.
You the
That's why
man.
we grabbed you.
Ernesto, let me ask you a question. So going on that, I mean, the Chicago trip was amazing. And it was, I mean, you get to travel all around and meet people and stuff, but and even Sharon, she's been to Europe and got to meet people, but for us that have only been in the US, it was kind of like our exposure, or it almost felt like the company was launching being global, by investing the money even to have all those leaders from around the world come together and have corporate from around the world. It just felt like we were united. It wasn't just like on paper this time. So to get together and like feel that energy, kind of maybe even combining that with the new leadership that's coming in with our CEO, Travis. What was your takeaways from that? And what are your impressions of like where the company is and how we're expanding and growing and what's in the future?
Yeah, I can only look at from the perspective of EMEA, right? Because I don't know exactly what's going on in the US. Yes, I have my conversations with Sean and with other people, but I'm very connected to the European business or the EMEA business. I can just see that we are on our way, right? We just launched an amazing incentive to Rio de Janeiro that we launched at the beginning of this year. We had some challenges in the past, business been up over COVID. Everybody was like on a very high. Then things went down, and we were struggling in a way to get people back into the normal way of doing business, which means not only from home, but go out there and do events and meet people and all of these things. So if I look at the business now, we've been growing since almost 6 months now in Europe. So I think this is a good thing. Travis comes in at the best time, because what I've seen from Travis, he's a great guy on stage. He's able to paint a vision, to create a feeling. And I think that is so important. Yes, you can get incentives and you know how to work the marketing plan of that, but you also need to create a feeling on stage where people look at Travis and say, I don't know exactly where we're going, but I'm willing to follow this guy. I'm willing, because maybe he sees more than I can see. And I think that is important. That is what we need. And this is what we need also in Europe. We need people that create a feeling, and people are in it because of the feeling. Yes, you can do all kinds of side gigs and all kind of businesses, but you need to create a feeling of a Juice Plus community, a feeling where people say, listen, I like this. I like the people around me. I can see myself in a better position in 1 or 2 or 3 years from now. So I think that is what is happening right now in EMEA and also worldwide. Doug, you said it as well. I think the gusto, the appetite is there to bring more together. And I know that the people that came back from Chicago, they all said, man, we need to do this every 6 months. We really need to reconnect with everybody in the world. And, oh man, I had a great conversation with that person, had a great conversation with that person, and she's going to be in my Zoom and he's going to be in his Zoom, and all of that. We are this one big global company. And we've been handling actually each region separately. So I think this was the first step in the right direction. And even if you go on the hub, right, you guys have the hub as well, there's a whole new section on international business, right? An international marketing plan and all the language in English as well, all the material in English and in the local language, the telephone numbers, everything you need to know in all the different countries across the globe. So I think we are taking the next step into becoming a global company. And I think that is exactly what we need to do. There's the growth. The growth is in the expansion. Yes, maybe here's and there some other products, but that's maybe more to the European market and the social media market that we're in here. And we need to have that global expansion, that you can do your business in India, that you can do your business somewhere in Africa, that you can do your business in China, that you can do your business all across the globe. I think this will bring us to the next level. We're already in the, I don't know, number 10, 15, or 20 in the world with our Juice Plus company. And we are only in 23, 25, 28 countries. Right? And these other companies that are in the top 5, they are in like 60, 70 countries. So this is where we need to go, I think. And this is where we are planning on expanding in the next years.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I love your energy. Oh my goodness. I know you got a couple of questions in the chat. You could address those. Or you could talk about how, well, I think one of them is, how can you give vision to your newer team members or your team members that get discouraged along the way? Because I know you're probably daily doing that in the trenches. How do you also keep your energy up? I mean, that's a lot of questions I just threw at you. In order to not get dragged down by people who might be discouraged too. So there's a couple of different things you could choose.
Yes.
Want to talk about.
Right. You know what? I think for me, it's all about energy. It's all about the fire that is in you. I think that is the most important part. I mean, when I got up in the morning, I know that the energy is, I need to show up with the right energy, right? Yes, you can have a bad day, or maybe some partner is not doing the things that you want them to do, and the customer didn't order the product or didn't reorder the product. But you need to work on yourself. You need to have that desire, the burning desire to achieve something. And I think you really need to create that fire. You cannot ignite other people if you're not ignited yourself, if you're not burning yourself, right? So you need to really work on yourself, and I work on myself there as well, to say, listen, when I show up in high energy. When I talk to somebody, I talk to that person in high energy, because the energy stays. Yeah, the energy stays. Maybe people say, well, I don't know exactly what you were saying, but how you said it, right? That is amazing. And the way you said it, that is amazing. So I'll give it a try, or let's have another call, because that is interesting to me. So I think energy is everything. And in my presentations and also leadership trainings, I always talk about energy is everything, right? You can come out of a movie that you really were like touched about, and you go and talk to somebody and say, well, yeah, it was a nice movie, or you go out and say, oh my God, you really need to see this movie together with me. We need to do this together. This is amazing. This other person is like, wow, okay, let's go. It's good. I've got some FOMO here. I want to go there. This is the thing. I'm doing it a little bit, over the top, because this is who I am, and I'm so passionate about these things. But I think the energy of how you show up and the desire that, you want to achieve something is so important. And when I talk to all these people that are maybe getting, a little bit stuck, or maybe having some issues, getting, the engine started again, I think it all starts with having the right energy for me. And of course, I mean, as I said, the desire to achieve something, the desire to do something, and to really be part of the mission. Because people, they are also saying like, yes, I'm selling a product and I'm doing a business. No, please get that out of your mind. For me, we're on a mission of inspiring healthy living around the world. That's what you do. You're on a mission. You're not selling a product, and you're fueled by the vision of helping other people realizing their dream. That is a beautiful thing to do. Don't see that this is just a business, but actually we are changing the world. This is how I see it. Every morning I get up, I say, listen, we are doing good to this world. And if you get up like that with every customer and every partner that is joining the mission and the vision of the company, you are doing good to this world. You're not selling a product. You're not like, oh, I have an uncomfortable situation because I have something here for you. No, it's a very natural thing, and you're proud of doing it. You need to be proud of sharing the vision of the company. You need to be proud of sharing the mission of the company. And yes, there will be people like, I don't want this, or no, this is not for me. Well, then you have the Ariana Grande song, right? Thank you, next. Thank you, next. This is the way to do it. It's going out there. Jeff Roberti has said it 1,000, 1,000,000 times. You go out there and talk to those people. When you're filling up your car, you're talking about the mission of inspiring healthy living to the people. When you're going to a birthday party, you're talking about the vision of the company of helping other people realizing their dreams. If you go on social media, you talk about the things that are important to you. So I think that is very important, to really understand that the fire is important, the mission and the vision. You're not selling a product, but you are helping this world. And you are gift, you have a gift for the people to share. So listen, you want this, I have something for you. No, thank you, next, let's move on. But I want to change this world. I want to make this world a better place. And I'll tell you, if you make that change, and I've seen people making that change in their mind, that this is all about helping, and this is all about having a gift, and this is all about changing the world, then you're unstoppable. You are unstoppable, because people will maybe, yeah, won't agree. Okay, all fine. But I'm on my mission. I keep on doing the things that need to be done. So I think that is one of the most important things. And of course, the fire, as I said, I'm just checking if I have another link here. Then of course, making the decision. Making the decision. People always ask me, it's like, how do I become an NMD? How do I become an IMD? How to become a PMD? The first thing is you make the decision that you want to become that person. You make the decision to become an NMD. You make the decision to become a PMD. That's the first step. That's the first step. Everything else comes after that. And honestly, in my thousands of conversations in the last 30 years, a lot of people don't make that decision. They are like a little bit here and a little bit there, and they're like the chicken without the head, right? They don't make a clear decision. Oh, let's go left. Oh, let's go left. Oh, this is nice. Oh, that is nice. Yeah. No, you need to make the clear decision with the fuel, with the burning this desire that you really everything is possible. And then, of course, you need to actually stay committed to it. Stay committed to it. Not only now, not only you're saying like, okay, I want to become an NMD. Okay, I've got the burning desire to do this. I have the fire to ignite other people. Okay, I'm committed to this, right? But not only today, you need to be committed tomorrow. You need to be committed next month. You need to be committed next year. You need to be committed in 3 years. This is the commitment, and you need to recommit yourself. How do you commit? You commit openly to other people. You say, listen, Sharon, I have made a decision. I am going for NMD till the end of the year. Okay, well, that is a clear goal. How are we going to do it? You set up a plan. You take the next steps. You know exactly how many contacts you need to do. What is the volume? What is the structure? All of that needs to be in place. And then you just recommit yourself. You tell your parents, you tell your husband, you tell your wife, you tell your upline, you tell your downline, and you say, guys, I made that decision. I've got the burning desire to do this, and I'm committed, and I'm going to stay committed until I have achieved my success.
Ernesto, my head is spinning. My head is exploding. Where have you been my whole life? I believe in love at first sight, guys, because I love you, Ernesto. This is so great. Okay, so I agree too. Like, I love so much helping people achieve what they want. My favorite part of this business is coaching and mentoring. That's always been what I've done in my various careers. So let me ask you something that I know frustrates some of the partners, but it frustrates me too as a coach sometimes when, it's a beautiful business model that if you want to do a little bit, you can do a little bit. There's no quotas or anything like that. But for the people that really want to move forward, for the people that really have some goals, and those are usually the people that are on a Zoom like this and watching the replay and things like that. So it's very common, and I'm curious if you see this in the region that you oversee, that it's very common that people get really good at bringing customers on and sharing the product and helping people get healthier and improving their lives that way. But in order to really move forward, you have to become a team builder. You have to be able to bring on team, have them have success, and create that duplication process. What are some tips you would have for people that are wanting to become more of a business builder instead of just a retailer, if you might say?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, Doug. And that is actually not a question that I get a lot in Europe here, because everybody is very much focused on both. Yeah, very much focused on the business and very much focused on the product. And of course, our business is very social media driven. So that means that we don't have the beautiful retention rates that you guys have. People take the product for a long time. There's a lot of complete products in there. There's a lot of weight loss and weight management in there. So you guys have definitely a beautiful business in the US, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, what we have a lot of young people, but also people mid-agers and people my age that say, listen, this is an opportunity for me to share what is important to me. So what the first question the first tip I would like to give you is make it a priority. Make it a priority as if it is the Juice Plus product, right? The Juice Plus products are a priority for you. Why? Because we ticked all the questions you have. We ticked all your boxes. You had a question, we have the answer. You have a question, we have the answer with the product, right? You need to have the same for the opportunity. Right? So if you have a question that you're like, you don't feel comfortable with, like, oh my God, it's a pyramid scheme. No, it's not. It's not a pyramid scheme. Okay. It's totally different than a pyramid scheme. If you want to know more about it, then find it and feel comfortable about it, right? Because you will get these kind of questions. I always say that if you have a problem with something and you're going to talk to somebody and you have maybe, let's say you have a problem with the price, it will be written here on your forehead. Don't ask me about the price. Yeah, this is what people will see. Don't ask me about the price. Yeah, because I've got a problem if I did myself. This is the same if you talk about the opportunity. If you don't feel comfortable about certain aspects of the opportunity, then you will not propose it. You will not share it because you will have a problem maybe by people asking you difficult questions. They're just like, yeah, I have the same question. I don't know the answer to, right? So you need to, give it a focus and get well prepared and that all the boxes are ticked and that you feel comfortable talking about the opportunity. And this is like a beautiful thing, as I said, inspiring healthy living around the world. For me, for us here in Europe, it combines actually the business and the products. Why? Inspire healthy living is physical health and financial health. Think about that. You are inspiring healthy living by giving people a product that helps them in their healthy habits and giving them an opportunity of earning some extra money. How? By sharing this wonderful product. A lot of our people in Europe, what they do as well, they don't like to talk so much about you open up a business and you want to become a PMD plus and earn, I don't know, $50,000 a year. No, people maybe don't want to talk about that. What they talk about is maybe, do you want to become a VIP customer? You're a customer already. Do you want to become a VIP customer? What is a VIP customer? Listen, just go out there and talk to other people of how Juice Plus changed your life and how amazed you are about the results of Juice Plus. And this is the only thing. And if you bring customers in, you're maybe the only thing you need to start as a partner, but that you don't care about that. You're a VIP customer, and then you can refinance your product. Wow, I can refinance my product. That is interesting. I don't want to start a business, but I want to refinance my products. That's fine. How many referrals do I need? Well, you need maybe 5 referrals, 6 referrals, make a little slide, depending on what the customers will buy. And then you can say, listen, bring 5 of these kind of people and you got your product for free. Bring 10 of these people and you earn an additional 20 or 50 or 100 euro extra or dollar extra. Wow, that is interesting. Put an in-between step between the customer and the business partner. Maybe put a VIP customer. That's maybe a tip I can give you with that, right? Give it a priority, set yourself up for success, that you have all the answers, and then go out there and talk about it and learn by getting rejections, by questions that you have not thought of, and then you do the things and talk to your uplines, talk to other leaders, talk to people that are very successful maybe in talking to business partners. And you're right, Doug. It's all about duplication. You can become a senior partner. You can become maybe, yeah, you can become a senior partner or a QSC, I think you guys call it, by just getting customers, right? You get like, you don't need a big team. But if you want to continue, if you want to become an NMD, if you want to become a QNMD, you need to be able to build a team and duplicate what you're doing. So another thing is important, to have a system in place. Have a system in place where people not only, you know, join, because that's the first step. Do you want to join? Yeah, I want to join. Okay, this is the license fee. You start, and now you need to go through a certain system that is easy, duplicatable. KISS, you know the word KISS? Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Yeah. So everything you do as easy as possible, that everybody says, Darren, if you can do this, I can do this. Yeah, this is easy. I can do that. I can refer the product. I can talk about the mission. I can talk about the vision. I can go and bring these people through the system that you guys have, from bringing the person from a partner to senior partner or a qualifying sales coordinator, right? So this is all of that needs in place. This is just some things off the top of my head that maybe would help you, Doug.
I love it. I love it, because so many times we'll just say simple sentences like, if you treat this like a business, it'll grow like a business. But we don't always define what that is. And I think what Ernesto just did was he outlined a simple little business plan of what you would do in any kind of business, whether it's Juice Plus or if we opened up a pizza place. We wouldn't just sit back. We would have a strategy of how we're going to market, and we would target people that want pizzas and get them into the pizza place. So I love it. I love it. I love it. That was great. Hey, we have
I like the pizza place. I like the pizza place, Doug.
Yeah, but we like Juice Plus better. I'm going to throw it over to Carmen Maxwell to ask a question of you.
Hey, Ernesto, thank you so much for this. This is amazing. I've been with the company for 18 years, and I just am so grateful for everything that it has given our family, and just we've been able to, you know, say yes to so many things. I've been able to be home with my kids as a result of building this business. So it's really meant just a ton to our family. My question for you is, in Chicago, we met not only Travis Garza, our new CEO, but also some of the new leadership. I think they were like the regional directors in Europe. And I think all three of those people came from other network marketing companies. And in my 18 years of experience, I know that we've had a lot of people come from like corporate America, or people like you who started with our business 30 years ago, who kind of grew up in this business. So my question to you is, how do you think that we, and I do believe we will be served well by this new leadership. So how do you think it'll be different and maybe better, or just new ideas that are going to come from this leadership that has this experience within network marketing? We've never really had that before. So I'm excited to see kind of how that plays out. And I'd love your perspective on that.
Yeah, great question there as well. I mean, we in Europe, we in the management team, we have a lot of people from other direct selling network marketing companies. So I think it's like a soccer team. Yeah, I think you guys call it soccer. It's like a soccer team, right? You need a few people in defense. You need a few people in offense. You need a few people midfield. It's the team that makes the difference, which means that it's nice to have some old furniture like me, you know, but you don't want to have a full team of old furniture, yeah, which been with the company for 30 years. What you want is one maybe like me or two like me. Then you have some great new people that are actually from not outside of our industry, bringing different ideas. And then you have a few people from other direct selling companies. They have like, well, actually in Herbalife, we did it this way. And in Avon, we did it this way. And oh, this is a great idea. And that is a great idea. The mixture is what makes the power. And I think this is what we have, right? Yes, I know Juice Plus for 30 years, and it was all these people that came out of departments like me, and they grew up into different departments. And I am Juice Plus blind. I'm Juice Plus blind. I just know Juice Plus, right? But if it's great to talk to Alexander, who's been at at Herbalife, and it's great to talk to my boss, Stefan van der Ven. He's been in Herbalife, and Valentina Cucinotta, she's been at Avon, and Jamie, she's been at another company, a Body Shop. Yeah, I think that is the beauty, and everybody has these mixed ideas, and I'm more the person who's like, hey, let's protect the culture a little bit. Juice Plus is different. Let's not do everything like let's change it, and let's do all like I don't know, like only social media and like, but it needs to have the mixture. I think, Carmen, to answer the question, I think there is a great mixture, and also with Travis coming in from the other company, he will bring some ideas in. We're in a good flow, and I think we're setting ourselves up for more success, for more growth, because of the diversity that we have in our business now.
Excellent. Carmen, do you have a follow-up to that, or was that pretty complete?
Well, my other question was going to be about Europe and just if it's more product or business driven, but I think you pretty much answered that it's both. And I just wondered if there's anything that you know of that they do in Europe to share our opportunity. I mean, you kind of just talked about this with, you know, making that in between step and being a VIP customer, but is there anything else? Are they doing presentations? Are they inviting to like opportunity Zoom calls or doing things in their homes to get people sort of exposed and interested in being part of what
and I'll throw something in on that question too, Ernesto, and is it typical that they would be a customer first and then become a partner, or do they lead with the business opportunity sometimes?
As I said, we definitely do both. There's teams maybe that say, listen, I focus very much on getting partners first, because this is what I love. This is how I try to get people from partner into customers. But we also have people that are actually very much focused on talking to a lot of customers, bringing customers in, and then we call them customer to partner calls. Customer to partner calls, those are transformation calls where you bring customers in and say, guys, there is a business attached to it. You want it or not. I'm just telling you that we have a system in place where you can become a VIP customer, or you can build that big business and actually earn another 50,000, blah, 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 here as well. So, oh, this is not what I wanted. Sorry. So that is, I think it's very important. So we do both. We have teams that are focusing very much on customers first. We do social media a lot, which means that we have a lot of teams that do it on TikTok or on Reels, on Instagram. They get a lot of people that are interested. You know, you go viral on TikTok very easy. So they show the product, people send in the messages, say, guys, I want more information. Then you bring them into a WhatsApp group. I think you guys call it Voxer. You bring into a group like that. You get some custom out of it. But then the next step is to bring those customers into a Zoom call, into a WhatsApp group, into a Facebook group where you say, guys, there is a business attached to it. And this is where, this is where the magic happens then because then, you know, I have a few customers or a lot of customers and a few people that say, listen, this is interesting. I can do this. I think if you can do this, if you make it very easy for me and me to go through that process, then you can do that. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Cool. Thank you. Well, another thing I noticed when we were in Chicago as these leaders from other countries are being introduced, I noticed there's a lot more men involved in the business than in the US. I don't know if you noticed that disparity. Do you have any, any comment on that? Or I feel like we're missing an opportunity sometimes in the US, or maybe just European men are more focused on business or more open to, I don't know, but do you have any,
I mean, our business is our business, I think from the percentage is similar to what you guys have in the US as well. So it's 75% is women that do the business. I think the leaders that are strong and that were strong like a few years ago, we had a lot of young leaders, young entrepreneurs that were in their 20s, 21, 22, 23, they are now 5 to 10 years later, they are PMDs and PMD pluses, right? But if I look at the people that we attract right now and people that go through the ranks right now, it's women. It's women. So if I just look at the last 6 months here in EMEA, the new NMDs, IMDs, and EMDs, I think the majority, I would say 95%, they're all women. And there's maybe one guy, one new NMD that we have. So the mixture that you've seen, the higher positions that there were, of course, in Chicago for this big incentive, PMDs and PMD pluses. Yes, there were a lot of young people that started 5 to 10 years ago, and there was like a big wave of young men that build big businesses. But now it's more of a female business.
Okay. Hey, I'm not complaining. I mean, this is the best job I've ever had, working with all these beautiful ladies. So I just want to make sure we weren't missing out on some part of an opportunity. So I'm going to actually throw it over to Sony to ask the next question.
Hey, Ernesto, thank you. It's just so awesome to be with you, and I love everything you've shared so far. Let me see, what question do I have for you? So, okay, I have no idea what I was going to ask because I asked the first question and you really answered it really well. So, but I do have family in Europe and I would love to get them involved. So any suggestions on that?
Yeah, I mean, always reach out to them, right? Tell them that there is an opportunity out there. Now, building a business abroad is not that easy. It's not like, you know, I build a new SP and then the whole things go skyrocket. I'm going to be a multimillionaire. It's not going to be like that. I know that because I started the business in Poland and we had international leaders coming to Poland and building the business there. And it took a while. It took a year, 2 years, 3 years for people to really get to the NMD level. But why not reach out to these people? I mean, go to the hub and see all the information that is out there. It's just been there like for a week or something like that. So it's like the perfect timing for you, Sony, to go out there, say, okay, in what countries do my friends and relatives live? And then look into that country, for instance, Germany, you know exactly what the startup fee is. Is there any installment fees, telephone numbers for customer care? There is a onboarding for new partners in German and in English. It's all there. So you get your inspiration out of that. And if you feel comfortable going out there, Sony, and talk to these people and say, listen, you know what? I'm now strong. I want you to listen to that German presentation. I'm going to send it to you in German or in English, and we go through it together. If you talk to me, I can maybe even in a bigger call bring somebody from Germany in, you know, that I know. I mean, it's all trial and error, and just be bold enough to go out there and do it.
Awesome. Am I unmuted? Yeah. Okay,
Excellent.
cool. So Sweden and Spain, I'll definitely be looking into that. Did I hear you say something about Rio a moment ago? Or did I imagine that? Rio de Janeiro?
No, I said Rio de Janeiro. I don't want to talk too much about it, but the thing is, we do have an amazing incentive, Rio de Janeiro 2025. It's called the Build to Last. And say, yeah, I don't want to poke out your eyes here. I'm just saying that, you know, we've been working hard on moving this business in the past few months, and the thing was, people were lacking a vision. People were lacking a vision, and we said, listen, we as a company need to be bold and say, you know what? We want to bring 300 to 400 NMDs that are qualified with a point system, bring them to Rio de Janeiro. They can bring their spouses, and we're going to have an amazing few days in Rio de Janeiro. And that kicked everything off. People started to see that vision again. They started to, I want to become an NMD. I want to reconfirm my NMD or above. The thing, it is really easy. It's set up in few stages. Every stage, the finish of the first stage is the end of this month. And then we have another 2 stages. We go to Rio in 2025. You need to accumulate 180 points. How can you get 180 points? By doing the basics, the income producing activities. We all know the 4 income producing activities: new partners, suppliers, new customers, events, do events or invite to events, and help partners into the next position. And this is where you get your points for, right? PB qualification, POB qualification, you accumulate your points, and this is where we bring the people to Rio de Janeiro. So maybe the other option, Sony, would be to relocate to Spain.
There you go.
I think I'd go to Sweden before Spain, but
Okay,
Oh, there
yeah,
you
I
go.
think that's a good option as well.
Awesome.
Cool.
Ernesto,
Thank
I
you,
know
Sony.
guys-
I'm going to throw it back over to Sharon to kind of land the plane here.
Yeah, I know you guys mentioned that when you go to Rio de Janeiro, you're going to try and stir up some business so we can open down there, right?
That is the bigger vision that we have, is actually being bold as a company. Say, listen, if we have 400 NMDs there,
Yeah.
why not have the opening event there where you already have 400 plus their own with their spouses? So you have 800 people. They have maybe half a year or a year time to invite to an event, to an opening event, and then you're in Rio de Janeiro having an open event with 5,000 to 10,000 people. That is the big vision that we have.
That's awesome. I love that you guys have so much vision. So a couple of things that you mentioned when we had our brief conversation in Chicago. One was personal growth. So I'd love for you to mention a little bit about that, how important it is, if I'm not confusing our conversation, but I think it was. And then the other thing was that when you do get on the phone with somebody, you tell them to zoom out and be proud of the success where they are right now, regardless of their paycheck or what's happening, you know, if their business has gone down a little bit, whatever. So maybe you could comment on a couple of those things, and then we'll end by one, if that's okay. And we just are so blessed to have you on here. We love your energy and your wisdom. Go for it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, this is my favorite picture when we talk about zoom out, because zoom out is something people are, when I talk to a lot of the leaders and a lot of the people out there, they are so zoomed in because they somehow stuck at a certain position. They're stuck at a certain level. They're stuck in their life. They're stuck in their relationship. They're stuck in something, and everything is just not good. Yeah. But then if you talk to these people and then say, listen, zoom out a little bit. Look where you are right now. Yes. But zoom out and look where you've been 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 1 year ago. Look at where look where you are right now. You were in a totally different place. And then people suddenly start thinking that, well, actually, you are right. Yes, I am stuck now. Yes, I want to move on. But if I'm so focused on that little part, yes, then you get frustrated. And one thing, you don't want to get frustrated in your life. You don't want to get frustrated in your relationship. You don't want to get frustrated in your business. So I tell the people to zoom out and then see what you already achieved. It's the same by going to the gym, doing the things, you know, healthy habits, eating healthy. Oh, you know, I don't see it. Well, actually, if I zoom out of 6 months, I lost 2 pounds or 15 pounds or whatever. And then you're like, oh, actually, I'm pretty good. This is good. Yes, but I'm stuck with this maybe now for already 4 weeks. I have not lost enough kilograms or enough pounds. Yes, but if you zoom out, you're still on that journey and you're still good. I think that is important to understand, and it gives people hope again. It gives people a good feeling, and this is what we need. You need to zoom out in order to get a good feeling again and to say, yeah, it's not only where I'm right now, but it's the whole journey, right? I mean, this is like success is a journey. It's a long journey, and you need to enjoy that journey. And yes, it is a journey, and you need to join the journey, and everything you need is already inside of you. You just need to zoom out and see, wow, what I have already done. Where can I get better? What do I need to do more? I think this is the beauty, to see everything you do as a journey. Your business is a journey. Your relationship is a journey. Your life is a journey. And what you need to accept as well, I have a little a picture for that as well. Let me just quickly see that, because that is this is one. Yeah. Life is a roller coaster. There we go. And it's not going to be easy. And oh my God, yes, it is like that. Accept that life your business, your relationship, everything is a roller coaster. Yes, you were hard and were great on becoming an NMD, and then you got stuck because, you know, people leave in the business and it drops again. But it is a roller coaster. And the beautiful thing about the roller coaster is that you don't get out in the middle of the ride. Who gets out in the middle of the ride? Nobody. You buckle up. You stand still and say, hey, I'm going to stay in here, because you know that when it goes down and it goes left and right, it will eventually go up again. And that is the beauty about the roller coaster. And the beauty about the roller coaster as well is that when you did one turn, you already know with the next run that what is going to happen. You know that it's going to be left and right, and that you're going to get challenged and you're going to get problems and you get all of that, right? And you can become better. And I think this is another one that is important, is that you will become a leader if you are outside of the comfort zone. And life is treating you in order to you to get out of your comfort zone. This is the comfort zone. This is a nice one. Everybody is just great and I feel beautiful and everybody else is in the comfort zone with me. And you know all these people around you that tell you, are you still doing this juicy plussy thing? Why? Because they want you to stay within the comfort zone. Stay with me. Let's nag about things. Let's bitch about things. Oh, let's find a problem to every solution that is out there. Okay, that is inside of the comfort zone. You will become a leader. You become an NMD. You become the best version of you if you go outside of that comfort zone. And that is where the magic happens. This is where I want you to do. And life, maybe this is the last part. Life is challenging you. Why is life challenging you? And I went through a lot of challenges in my life as well, and I understood it now. Life is challenging you because it wants to find out how much you really want this. Take it that way. Yes? So life is challenging you, taking a customer away, a partner stopping, problems in your things and in your marriage and in your life. Why? Because it wants you to challenge and it wants you to get up on your feet again, and it's smacking you in the face and it's smacking you in the face again. And you go on your knees and it's telling you, Tony, Carmen, Sharon, Doug, how much you really want this. I'm just checking. If you want to lay down here, please do. But then I know that you don't really want this. And then you get up, you take another step and smack, you get another one in your face. And you go back on your knees and you get up again. Life is challenging you. So that is the only best thing, is to embrace the challenge. And when life is smacking you in the face, you're saying, thank you very much. Thank you for learning. Thank you for improving, and I'll move on. And I think that is what I would like to leave you with today.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Aren't you glad that Ernesto said yes to coming on our Zoom? Thank you so much, Ernesto. And I know we had some people listening on Facebook too, so you had a bit of a bigger audience. And I just hope that everybody spreads this word and takes your passion and energy. I love that. I love, you know, that people are going to remember the energy, and no doubt they're going to remember yours. So we are so thankful. You guys can unmute and say goodbye to Ernesto so he can have the rest of his night, I think. I think
Yes,
we're at nighttime where you're at.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock in the evening here, 7 p.m.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
all.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
Love you all.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias.
We have a friend.
Gracias,
in
thank you very much.
Sweden.
Hartelijk dank. Hartelijk dank.
Bedankt. Ja, hartelijk bedankt. Tot de volgende keer. Thank you.
Wow.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Ernesto.